Dr. Albert Bורלא, Chairman and CEO of Pfizer, good evening and thank you for this interview.
Good evening, Lital. Thank you for the interest and Shana Tova to you, the family, and all your audience.
Shana Tova, first of all, congratulations on being chosen as the Man of the Year by the readers of Israel's Channel 20 magazine.
Thank you for that. I didn't expect it. I'm humbled, grateful for the people that thought this way. Thank you.
Yes, it's been a crazy year and a half for the world dealing with the pandemic. We've recently started the booster shot. How long will be in this loop of vaccine every half a year?
You know, I don't think we know yet, but if I have to take a guess, I would say that after that, likely there will be a need for annual revaccinations as we do with flu. I had made the prediction back in April that likely we will need a booster somewhere between 8 and 12 months and then an annual revaccination. And I still think everything that I see points to this direction.
Would Pfizer be able to deal with the new variants or mutations?
Yes, I'm very optimistic. I don't say that always you can guarantee that that will be the case, but I'm very optimistic. The technologies that we have in our hands are very powerful. And so far, we are testing every single variant that has been identified in the world. And the vaccine is effective against all of them, particularly for Delta, which is now the most prevalent. The vaccine is very, very, very effective, almost as effective as with the original strain of the vaccine. Of course, as long as you maintain high immunity, which is why we are doing the boosters now.
How long do you anticipate us living alongside the COVID-19?
My anticipation is that this will take time. And why I say that? Because this is a pandemic. So we are having the virus in pools of billions of people right now. And it's also that creates a lot of new variants. So when you take into consideration those two situations, that there are billions of people that they can become potential of the pool, and there are a lot of variants that will be created as a result of that, the virus will be trying to find ways to survive and make new capable strains so that are able to evade immune efficacy or natural protection. And but this is our job, right? The scientists. We are monitoring and we try always to stay ahead of it so that it will not be a problem, so that we can have normal lives just as long as we maintain our immunity.
When do you anticipate kids under 12 will be able to get the vaccines and what age it will be extended to?
We are doing studies right now to kids as young as 2 years old. I think the first studies will be completed in September, and that will involve kids between 5 and 11 years old. So it will be completed this month. I hope by the end of the month, if not very early next month, we will submit those data to regulatory authorities, FDA, European authorities, Israeli authorities, Japanese authorities, Canadian authorities, all the authorities of the world. And then it's up to them to make their determination when and if they will approve it. The data, I believe, will be very robust.
What do we know about the post-COVID long-term effects for kids and adults?
Yes, the long COVID is a phenomenon that has been observed in a significant part of the people that they have diseased by COVID. It's clearly a subject of high concern, and a lot of studies are happening right now. It looks like that for a percentage of the population that get the COVID, there are symptoms that persist for long. And so far, we have people that the symptoms persist for at least a year, and we don't know if that will continue as time, let's say, goes. So we are monitoring the situation, and this is one of the other implications and complications that this disease is bringing.
So can we say we simply just don't know?
I think that we know a lot, but I think there are likely more that we don't know. We don't know exactly which are the people that and why they are exhibiting this symptomatology, which means that they will have symptoms that affects their systems for maybe a year after COVID. We know the symptoms, and there are a lot of institutes, medical institutes in the world that are studying right now to try to find also if they can predict who can have it or who not. But I don't think right now we know with certainty who will demonstrate such symptomatology and who does not.
Some research shows that Moderna vaccine is more effective in the long run. What is your take on it?
I don't think that this is true, but I think that the worst thing that we can do it is if one starts speaking about the vaccine of the other. I have seen all the data that demonstrating not what the conclusion that you mentioned.
Has Pfizer demanded exclusivity from Israel on the vaccines?
No, the reality is the opposite, that Israel has requested to be able to do exceptions and provide vaccines in priority to Israel. And we did that. We didn't do that because we wanted to be nice to one country, although it was my beloved country, Israel. But we did that because we believe that Israel has the healthcare system, of high quality, electronic medical records at a very high percent of the population. And more importantly, Israel, because of the continuous war situation that they are living, they are, I believe, the best nation in the world to react on crisis. So, although at the same time we were giving the vaccine to everyone, particularly for Israel, we made the exception and we gave priority all the quantities that they needed so that they can vaccinate as fast as they could, something that all the countries of the world were begging for. That gave an opportunity that by doing that, we could see the real world efficacy of the vaccine way faster than in other countries. And this was a significant benefit for humanity because actually Israel became a beacon of hope. Israel became the place that everybody would say, we want to become Israel. And this is why helped vaccination rates in other countries, because now they could see clearly that there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Israel has been vaccinating people for over a year, but about 1 million people over 50 years old still haven't been vaccinated. How do you believe we can convince them to get the vaccine?
Yeah, this is not an Israeli phenomenon. There is among the world a small part of the population. In your case, it's around, as you said, 10%, 15%. In other countries could go even higher. That they are hesitant. Those are nice people, good people. They are not necessarily people that they are thinking bad about others, but they are afraid, or they have been misinformed, or they are stuck to some beliefs that they are more like conspiracy theories. They don't do it. I think, first of all, it's not that easy because those people that they are reacting this way because of fear or emotions, you can't convince them with data. That's the problem. If they were to be convinced with data, the data are overwhelmingly pointing to the right direction. What I found as the most compelling argument with these people is when I tell them that the decision to vaccinate or not will not affect only your life, will affect the life of others. And by the way, will affect mostly the lives of people that you love the most, because they are the people that you will interact, you will hug, you will kiss, you will eat with them during Sabbath. So think it twice before you leave the fear of the unknown conquer your life. And, Lital, I think the strongest emotion for human beings, other than fear, it is love. So when you you appeal to their love for the others, I think you have the best chances to overcome their fear.
I have to ask you, you said you'll visit Israel soon. When is it planned to be, and what do you plan for your visit?
You know, you can't imagine how much I want to visit Israel. I have relatives, I have friends, and I will try to do it the soonest I can.
Mm-hmm. Do you have plans already for your visit?
No, I don't have specific plans. I was planning to come in November because of an event that was going to happen in the Technion University in Haifa, but because of COVID, I think the event has been postponed. So now I do not have specific plans, but what I have is a very strong urge to come. So I hope I will do it sooner rather than later.
Dr. Albert Bורלא, thank you for granting us this interview. Happy holidays. Shana Tova.
Thank you very much. And I want also to say that thank you for the honor that you made me by announcing the Man of the Year. I don't know if I deserve this title, but what I know it is that I'm grateful to you and the people who voted for me.